Hello, comrades. We have a very special video for you all today. We are going to be giving you the journalist approved survival guide for surviving this international pandemic, also known as the coronavirus. I say we because I have a friend of the channel here today. You guys know him, you guys love him, Neville Croft. Can we everyone give him a big hand?
Greetings, comrades. I'm so happy to be here. I know you're busy with that movie review now, so I just want to say thank you for finding the time to do this very important video.
Yeah, the late night movie review that many of you guys may have seen a trailer for is going to be coming out ASAP. And I also want to plug Nevile's new animated movie on Z's channel. I'm actually going to be a part of it, and I'm really excited for it. They're definitely a must watch, and I will be linking them in the description below.
All right then, Ayo, let's get down to business.
Let's. So first things first, let's go over Google's guide to surviving this crisis, and these are some great tips here.
All right, well, I just want to say that we're very lucky to have these massive companies like Google taking this whole thing incredibly seriously, with the maturity that an epidemic like this does deserve.
Yeah, I mean, I really like how they're able to sort of maintain like a childlike simplicity to it, so that everyone can understand, like regardless of their reading level or anything like that.
All right then. Well, without further ado, I've got the list here. Let's get to the 5 golden rules of staying safe during the pandemic. So number one, wash your hands
Yeah,
often.
it's pretty easy. You just gotta wash them, and elbows, cough into them, right?
Faces, do not touch it.
Yeah, and feet, stay at least 6 feet apart from each other.
And then if you feel sick, stay at home. Even us journalists are not allowed to go to the office.
Yeah, I mean we're stuck home from the office. I'm really happy that Google put this stuff out. It's because I mean with the simplicity of it, it was so easy to follow. So yeah, just guys remember your 5: hands, elbows, face, feet, and feel.
Even my 10-year-old transgender cousin can stay safe with those simple tips. All right, moving on to our own journalist-approved tips. These are some really good tips, and it's nice to have some of our own, isn't it, Norm?
Yeah, I mean we do, comrade. And for one, I think you should try to use your sort of newfound free time effectively by consuming journalism-approved media, don't you think?
Absolutely, that's a really good one, Norm. For I was going to say as well, I've been watching Amy Schumer on repeat recently. I believe watching approved comedy really helps kind of soothe the nerves during this global pandemic. But what about drinking water, for example?
Yeah, good one, guys. It's really important to drink at least a gallon a day of water in order to stay hydrated.
What about, and this one in particular is very close to my heart, which is staying up to date with the current news. Being informed can really, really make a difference in how well you perform during the virus.
Yeah, for sure. But you got to make sure that you're not watching any fake news, though, because there's some really bad myths about the coronavirus out there. For example, you can't mix hand sanitizer and hot water to cure it. It won't work, guys, so don't do that one. Also, Tito's vodka is not hand sanitizer, so don't use it as that.
I was going to say, well, you should make sure to tip your delivery drivers. They are more useful now more than ever, even more so than the army, for crying out loud. They deserve almost as much respect as journalists do in this instance.
Yeah, I mean, I love Uber Eats. It's both efficient and delicious. I mean, they truly have a grasp on both good business practices and well managed contractors. I mean, it's not Spawn, though, but everyone loves Uber Eats, don't we?
But are there any more tips that we've missed, though?
Huh. Oh, I have a big one here. If you live in a problematic household, make sure you still call these people out.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not letting some virus stop my activism.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, but the virus kind of has affected us, hasn't it?
It's honestly tragic. We've had to close the London Journalist Excellence Worldwide branch in the UK, and I'm dreading how you guys in the US are doing with your branch. I mean, you don't even have the time to get the files out of the office over there.
Yeah, I was working on this huge video, and I had to completely redraft the script. Even had to refilm some parts. I mean, I was pretty livid, if I'm being real with you.
Well, on the bright side, at least we over here in the London office managed to get the warning, and I was able to successfully retrieve my work and bring it home. I did have to, unfortunately, cancel some planned protests, which was very upsetting. So right now, I'm just having to Zoom protest. It's not as bad, but it's not as good as smashing the fash in person.
Oh yeah, and then make sure you guys wear a mask whenever you go out and follow all government mandated curfews in protection policies. I sort of forgot to mention that during our tips. I think that's really important.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Right now, it's more important to give up your own freedoms for the nation's protection.
Yeah, I don't know. One way this sort of has affected me is it sort of attacked like my ego, because everyone just started calling me like a non-essential personnel. But like, I don't know. Am I really non-essential? I like.
It's okay, Norm. You're essential to me. Let me sing you a journalist lullaby. It will be alright. Journalism EU is here for me, is here for you.
Okay, we're back. Can we just talk for a minute about how this is like affecting society?
It is absolutely sickening how racist and bigoted this virus has made people become. A person of Chinese descent, they can't even leave their own home anymore. They're told to stay at home, to keep safe. It's like, come on.
Yeah, and people have come up with such like gross names to the virus. I mean, even Trump is calling it the Chinese virus.
Oh, I've heard people come up with way worse than that. I think I have that we have the infographic on that actually.
Yeah, I'll
So
just pull that up.
trigger warning: we have diabolical racist words inbound. So make sure that you're in a safe place before you read this. I mean, come on, ching chong fever, yellow fever. Oh, the slant-eyed sick kung flu. How do people even come up with these?
Yeah, and people are going crazy. Like, no one's even rationing toilet paper for like affected, POCs and stuff.
Yeah, well, the social justice community is easily the most affected during this time. It's hitting us on two fronts: the sickness and the racism that's coming from it.
Yeah, and that racism really is also a sickness of its own. Let's move past the us and towards the them. Let's talk about how much the Trump government has screwed this whole thing up. I mean, while journalists were writing articles about how bad this would be, what was Trump even doing?
Nothing.
Even worse than nothing, he was golfing.
Someone should tell that bozo that the cure will not be found on the golf course, am I right?
Yeah, right.
Honestly, your guys' capitalist health system is not working. It's not helping.
Yeah, I mean, I know, and Trump's only making it worse by giving money to these businesses instead of, where he should be giving this money, which is like to the people and dissolving the sort of money system in general in this a time of crisis.
I just wish we could get a straight story out of the White House, but trying to follow your guys' struggle from here across the pond is impossible with all that far right information that's been spread. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty bad here too. I wish Trump would just put aside politics for once and just be a real president. I mean, sadly, he's just too much of a child to be able to do that.
Like, what an absolute baby rager. This is a time for togetherness, not division. It just sucks that we have a president right now who's just making us hate Republicans so terribly. I mean, if Biden was there, just think of all the good things that would be happening right now. We'd be safe.
I just wish Biden was in office right now. Then we could get all the ice cream we want and we could be happy. Everyone, you you may be isolated physically, but we're here for you. Just look up at the starry night, the sky, and remember us journalists are looking up there too. You will be okay. Just just follow the five and our extra tips which we've told you today, and you'll make it through this. I promise.
Thank you for these kind words. You give us hope, Norm. I really hope we can all make it through this. I feel a lot for our Chinese comrades and the racial tensions that they must be feeling right now.
May we not forget them, for they are so much of our racial culture. They are our centers. Thank you all for watching this video in this a time of crisis. I hope it helped. We did our best. Bye bye. I hope you all have a fantastic day.
Take care, comrades.